Name 2 manufacturers known for making brilliant hot hatches, and it's a fair bet that Renault and Ford will come to mind.
There have been numerous fast Clios and Fiestas over the years. Many petrol heads will have a favourite, but there is no denying that these two definitely made their mark.
The Renault Clio Williams from the early 90s and the Fiesta ST from the early 2010s. I'll start with the Clio. It's named after Williams, the British F1 team that Renault supplied engines to from 1989 to 97, so we've laid on some very British weather to make it feel right at home.
The Clio was first launched in 1990 to the UK in 1991, and within a year there was a 16-valve variant.
It was quick, but it seems not quick enough, so in 1993, Renault upped the ante.
The Clio Williams was built because the company's racing department, Renault Sport, wanted to go rallying. However, they needed a 2-litre engine and the 16-valve was just a 1.8. So they got to work. And boy, did they get to work.
The result was a car with 150 horsepower that weighed less than a tonne. Consequently, it could reach 62 miles an hour in 7.8 seconds and go on to 134.
The engine has always been a little firecracker. Put your foot down and from 2,500 revs, 85% of the power is available to you.
And the makeover didn't end there.
The car had an uprated suspension, a stronger gearbox and wider wheels, to name just a few modifications.
Some bulging bodywork was also thrown in, signature gold wheels and distinctive metallic blue paintwork.
The company only had to produce 2,500 cars to qualify for the rally campaign, but by the time production ceased in 1996, 12,000 Clio Williams had rolled off the production line.
And how much will it cost to put a Clio Williams on your drive?
30 years ago, this car would have cost you £13,000. Yes, that's 1-3. And boy, how times have changed. You can pick up one with very high mileage for around £10,000, but for a low mileage, good condition example, you're looking at 30 grand plus.
And prices are still rising, making them a potential investment. So if you're interested, don't dawdle. And if you're looking to buy, here's what to look for.
The electrics can be a bit temperamental, so make sure that the lights aren't flashing on the dash. Check the seats are in good order and everything else in the interior is present and correct, because it could be hard to source parts. Rarity costs money.
Right then, let's Fiesta.
Having just driven a Clio Williams, it seems a tall order to find something with the same appeal, but I think that the ST might just be up to the job.
OK, the ST badge, which stands for Sports Technologies, might not have the kudos of a World Championship-winning F1 team, but the car created a similar stir when it arrived in 2013, 20 years after the Clio Williams.
Auto Express, a magazine I used to work on, and others gave it maximum marks, and it's not hard to see why.
Under the bonnet is a 1.6-litre turbocharged engine developing 200 horsepower. And although the car weighs 200 kilos more than the Clio, its extra power and clever traction control systems means it will beat the Renault to 62 by nearly a second. On the outside, the car has a few subtle upgrades over the standard Fiesta, such as extended bumpers and sills, an enlarged roof spoiler, a rear diffuser and twin tailpipes.
And most notably, a special honeycomb mesh grille. I really like the way it looks.
This version of the ST was produced for 4 years, during which approximately 30,000 were made. And as there are quite a few to choose from, values are coming down.
You can buy an early ST with sensible miles for under £7,000. 10 years ago, the starting price was about £18,000, so this does seem a bit of a bargain.
What can go wrong?
Cars like this can be caned, so the clutch can go. Check that the clutch doesn't judder, or else you could be heading for some trouble.
About £450 of it.
Some owners have reported problems with the turbocharger buried around there, including leaks, wastegate rattles, and sometimes complete failure of the unit. If that happens, be prepared to blow £1,200.
And last but not least,
the engine mounts can wear out prematurely. Bad vibrations will be a sign of this, and a bill for £220 will make them go away.
these are two sizzling hot hatches. But which would I choose?
This is a tough one, but I think I'm going to have to go with sentimentality and let the Clio win.